like my new rims? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This one kinda hurt. What's up, Groovy Gang? Alright, first things first. Let's go through some good news. Good news is, I only broke 19 bones, which means I have about 180-something bones that work just fine. So we're doing great. But we are in a wheelchair. They're actually surprisingly comfortable. Alright, let's talk. First off, thank you guys so much. I want to shout out to every single person who donated to the GoFundMe. I want to shout out to every single person who messaged me. I want to shout out to every single person who helped, just make sure that I was okay during this whole process. We officially got discharged home. I needed some time to settle in. Me and my boy Storm.
Who the fuck are you?
He don't give a shit. Good news is I am going to make a full recovery. Let's run through what happened. So first off, I have zero recollection of the crash. No memory whatsoever. Also, yes, these are new gloves. Just for the video. Basically, here's what was happening. So if you can keep interrupting my damn talk video about... So here's what happened. I was going 30 miles an hour on a roundabout. Fully fucking geared. And my last memory that I had was, hey yo, this dude behind me is tailgating. That was it. That was the last memory I had. Turns out, I may have been involved in a drunk driving, hit and run incident. Right now, the whole situation is under investigation. We think we know who it is, but unfortunately, we're still here. So I just wanted to give you guys the breakdown of what all is going on. The guy who hit me, we were able to trace that he came from a bar, most likely drinking and driving. I was going about 30, he was probably going around 40. He nicked my bike. My bike went off the side of the roundabout. I was headed straight towards the wall. I tried to turn the bike to dodge the wall, and ended up crashing into it. My whole left side of my body, completely cooked. The right side, not so much. So listen, if we want some dance moves with this right side, check this out. You still got the waves and shit. Don't play with me. But in the midst of the accident, I suffered from 12 broken ribs. You heard that right. Broke every single one of them bitches. Lacerated liver. I had a punctured lung. I had a broken C7 and a broken C5 in my neck vertebrae. I had split my pelvis into 3 different pieces, and I had a fractured elbow and a sprained ankle. When the paramedics came, they found me face down, barely breathing. I was basically drowning in my own blood due to the punctured lung. And they came just in time to save me. They got me to the ER, and I was put into surgery immediately. I underwent 3 different major surgeries, basically repairing my pelvis, my spine, and my elbow. So yeah, that's where we are. So, here's the good news. For those of y'all who didn't go to med school, I'm one of them. I didn't know that if you break your C5 or your C7 vertebrae, that typically means 9 times out of 10 if you break those, you're supposed to be paralyzed. Mine was completely severed. But miraculously, not a single bit of my spinal cord was harmed. So I maintained full mobility in my whole body. Truly was God's plan. Obviously, God had his hands involved in this accident. I should have, if anything, if I was lucky, I should have walked away with maybe partial mobility in my legs. But instead, God was gracious enough to allow me full mobility in my legs. Meaning, I will be able to make a full recovery, I will be able to walk, I will be able to dance again, I will be able to ride again, I will be able to do everything again. Right now, I'm set back about 10 weeks. So they told me it's about a 10-week full recovery time. Not that bad. I start my PT next week. I will be vlogging a lot of that journey. So let me give y'all some hospital stories, because I know y'all want to hear some of those. So I guess one of my favorite stories to tell is because my punctured lung, they put this thing in you called a hose. It's literally the size of a hose. They put it in your side right here where your lung is, and they put it there to drain your lung when you were bleeding internally or whatever. My lung finished for the most part, and they were gonna take the hose out, right? They took the hose out and they put what's called the dressing on, which is basically just like a bunch of bandages and stuff to like seal up the wound type shit. This was on like the second day. So I got up and PT came and they were going to come like help me basically like stand up and like just practice standing up and that type of shit. And I let out one big cough and it bursted the dressing open and a whole bunch of fluid just started pouring out of my side. Just started like, it like soaked my whole left side of my body. And I was sitting there like, that's not good. And the guy was like trying not to freak out, like the PT guy, because he's not a medic, but obviously he's worked with a lot of patients. There was a lot of fluid coming out. It's like, just look at me, man, you're good. Just stay calm. I'm like, oh, I'm calm. I'm calm as shit. I'm like, but somebody should probably seal that up. He's like, the doctors are on the way. You're good, bro, you're good. It's like, just stay looking at me. And I'm like, which one of you? He's like, what? I'm like, there's 4 of you. And he's like, oh, that's not good. Oh, yeah, I'm about to pass out. He's like, don't pass out. Don't pass out. I feel like this motherfucker was gaslighting me. Don't pass out. You're not about to pass out. You're good. So, that was some shit. Last thing I will say, I have a fuckload of behind-the-scenes footage that I have not posted. So, you guys will be getting some content. This does not mean I'm going to be gone for the next 10 weeks. Unless I plan on doing some dance challenges in a wheelchair, I think I'm going to bust out with some BTS footage for y'all. Some of them include some riding clips while I was in San Diego. So, lots of fun stuff. Last thing, I just want to thank you guys again so much for all the support. This is going to be one of the greatest comebacks you will ever witness. If they wanted to kill Groovy, they're going to have to try harder than that. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. Don't do drugs. And stay groovy.